Well, I've got to start doing the access door to that second coop that's going to go into the woods, that door I make. So I've picked a piece of wood I've got out right here, and this is just regular cabinet board. And my goal is, what we're going to do is, this door has to slide up and down. Guys, there is no plans, there is nothing, but it's in my brain. That could be dangerous, huh? Anyway, what's going to happen is, you kind of can see, I have this leg here, this leg. I need 2 more legs, and another board's going to go in between them to sandwich these all together. What's going to happen is, this door is going to freely go up and down. So when I get to that point, I'll show you. There is no plans. I'll just kind of show you what I'm doing. I need to find a board that's a little bit thicker than this. Maybe one of these. All right, guys. Sorry. Another neighbor came over. And I haven't met his wife. My wife and I haven't met her, and they're new, and they came over bearing gifts. But anyway, but we was doing this, and I got carried away. And I'll show you what I've got. This here, I'll have a little eyelet on here, and this here, I'll be able to pull this up and down to raise it, just like that. So, and then this will be bolted to the inside of the coop. So what I need to do right now is I need to get just one board, skinny board, that's going to go from here to here, and so it goes right here. I can't put nothing across it because this door has to come up and down. So I built the base, everything's done. I'll show you what I did do, how I got the let me spin this around so you do see kind of what I've done. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. They're cut almost exactly the same. This center piece is 1 inch. These are 3/4 inch. That gives me the play that this can just float around however I need it. So when I let the birds out, I just pull this cable, and the door opens up. The birds go out. At night, I release it, and it shuts. So this is a 1 inch board. It is glued. You can see the glue right there, and it's screwed. And as normal, I clamp everything together. Here's my wood clamps. I clamp it, squeeze it, and I screw it together. So now what I do is just cut a board for this, and this is just actually all that will be just for installing it, and make sure it doesn't come apart, spread apart, anything change it until it's bolted to the inside. So there you go. This will be the inside part of it, or the outside, 1 and 2, and then on the outside I'll trim it out in cedar the same way I did that one up there. But like I said, I let go here, and we'll just be picking this up and down. Okay, let me go and figure out what I'm going to do for up here, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Promise. Alright guys, this is what I've got here on the door for the chicken coop. Here's my eyelet, and I'll have a cable to it, but it'll be picking this up. And that's how it works. It goes in and out. Glued this board. Everything's glued and screwed together. I always do that, guys. I mean, always. There's the wood glue. So this would be the outside. Actually, this all will be mounted to the inside of the metal of the coop, and then the outside I'll trim it out with cedar. But this all will be inside. In fact, it actually will sit this way against the metal. For that, it's against the board. And then we'll just pick it up. So, sorry I didn't get to you. I mean, this here I built. Everything I do don't have plans. I build it as I go, and that's it. But it seems like every time I start building something, my neighbor comes on over and it causes me to stop. Or not stop, but they want to see what I'm doing, and I show it to them. All right, we're going to go ahead and try to get this door mounted on the coop. All right, I got the hole cut through the side of the coop. They are hammering at the door over there trying to get in. Okay, what has to happen next is, because this door is high, and you have to have it high so the birds can come in and out, I have to cut out. I'm going to cut the fencing right across right there, and then cut that board out. Kind of like what I did right there. See that board used to be there, in there? Right here? Just cut that out. It's not a structure for this thing at all. All that was is to hold this up, but it has wedges that are screwed into the main frame there and over there. So that piece missing is not going to affect nothing at all. So now you need to cut those screens and then cut that 2x2, take that chunk out, and that gives me enough room to set this thing in there. It sets in there, but the door won't open because it hits that 2x2 right there. So let me get that cut out. Alright, you can see how I cut that board out of there. See that? So now I got to get this door, and I'll set that door in there. Alright, let's go ahead and do a quick test fit, and let's see where we're at with the door. The door should fit right on that lower level. Right there. Whoop. Door should be on that spot right there. I'm going to put this stick in the ground and hold the door right there. And let's go outside and take a quick peek and see what we're looking at. Alright, there we are. We're pretty darn close to it. Now, don't worry about seeing the metal and how I cut and everything else, because it will get 2x4 trim all around it. So that's not going to be a big deal at all. Alright, so now I'm kind of think I'm going to shift the door over to the that way, just a hair, and then I need to get some screws going in here. There it is there. It's done. All I got to do is trim it. There's the cable that pulls the door, and we set the camera right here, and you can watch her go up and down. Let's set that up. There it is. Let it cable in and out. And then I have, before they come out, I'll show you, I've got that little bolt that hangs on, same as that one over there. I just take it off there. The door falls back down. If you guys ever remember, I don't know if anybody remembers these things. These is the old license plate nuts they used to put in pushing the body of the car, and you put your license plate screw in. I had some of them, so I drilled a hole through it, and I wanted to keep it a clean cut, clean look. It come out good. So, like I said, the only thing left I got to do is trim this out. Alright, everybody. Yesterday I put the birds out in the new run. So they're out here now. They're doing really good. Really good. No problems with them at all. That allows me to start and hear some. Here's the chickens. Everything's looking great. And what I've got to do though is, let me get inside this fence and I'll show you. Alright, today I'm going to trim this out, get this all done. I need to do this so I need to go ahead and get that all trimmed out. Just like I did the other side. You know, I'm going to have cedar legs going down on each side and across the top. I'll have to notch out the cedar to fit the building. And I'll put a little trim pin right across the bottom right there. But that's what we're going to do today. Something quick and easy, I hope. No problem. I'm just going to be working in here with the birds. They're doing really good. Update with eggs with the birds. I am getting approximately anywhere between 9 to say 13 eggs a day. Alright, let me get measuring what I got to measure over here, get these legs cut, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Alright, we'll bring you back in a bit. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not too worried about cutting these legs yet. I want to get this top cut. I've got to notch this out and set the metal building, and that way I can adjust however I want to do it. I can make my cut exactly. my main goal first is I want to get this done right first. So what I need to do is I'll set that there. I'm going to mark this piece here and this piece here. There's one, there's two. Then I want to mark this other groove that's right here, these wide grooves. I'll mark that one, and I'll mark that one. Now I'm going to do the same thing over here. Mark it there, so I'll have 4 marks. And what I'm going to end up doing is having to carve out, and I'll use my saw, I'll have to carve this groove out so it fits in here. So I did that on the other side, it came out real good. And once I get this set where it needs to sit, then I can make my legs and cut this off to where it sets on there perfectly. So, alright, let me go ahead and get this over here. I'm going to get this drawn out so I can get the exact depth. I need to measure this. I think it's 3/4 inch height. So I'll check that out and we'll get cutting. Alright, you can see I've cut 2 legs already. And all I try to do is just cover the opening of where they're at, the trim. And right now this is level from here to here. And I got 2 screws in that goes into this wood frame that I have behind here that holds the door. The screws are far enough over to the left and right that they will not affect the way the door slides. The screws are not through, so the door still should slide up and down. So now what I got to do, as you can see, I kind of already got this bottom kind of cut out already. Trying to see. Not perfect, but it'll work. So now I'm going to put this on top here. I'm kind of going to find, I like to have like an inch gap over the overhang. So it kind of like trim that a little bit. So I'm going to find that inch gap close to it. I don't have my tape measure, but what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to mark right here. That's where that molding is, or the trim is. And when I get over back of the truck, I'll mark 1 inch over and I'll cut that line. I'm going to do the same thing over here on this side. So I'm going to mark that line, that spot. There we go. So now I'm going to take it over and mark over 1 inch from here, cut off the excess. Same here, and then I'll just run screws in here and here and try to pull it all together. Then I'm going to make a trim because this is sharp metal here that go across the bottom right here real quick for them. So I got chickens trying to get out. Let's go do some cutting. Alright, I showed you I made a mark right there. There's my mark. I'm going to go ahead and mark 1 inch overhang. So I want a 1 inch overhang. There's the mark. I'm going 1 inch over. That's right there. So now let's go ahead and mark that line. Let's go ahead and mark this other line over here. There's that mark right there. We're going to go ahead and mark 1 inch. Close enough. Scribe that. And now we'll cut that off and that off. And that's our piece that we're going to use. So, let me go ahead and get this thing cut. Flip that around. Remember, that door goes up and down, so I'm not going to be able to put screws in the middle of this. I'm only going to be able to put screw on each end, so it's not going to be perfect. But all I'm trying to do is make it look pretty trimmed out, pretty, you know, half decent. I mean, really, guys, it's in the woods and it's the birds. So I'll get 1 screw here, 1 screw here, and we'll pull it together. All right, as you can tell, I've got this here. I already got my holes pre-punched here and there. So now we're just going to do is get this lined up, and we're going to screw it in there. I already got it in all the way before. Make sure I was right. Here we go. We'll do this side the same way. We're in there. The door sits pretty good. So there we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, what you want, young lady? Now I want to make a little trim down here just so they don't, when they step on it or whatever, no one gets hurt, you know? There you go. It's done. Trimmed out. My door still goes up and down. That's me pulling the cable. we're all looking good. Here we go. The only thing I'm going to do is I will have to go ahead and stain all the boards. But anyway, that's done. It's all good. I've been wanting to get that finished up, so we can call this little project done. Thank God. It's taken a while to get it all, but the birds are loving it out here. I mean, just having a blast. Really are. Egg population is just crazy great. So that's what it looks like. All right, guys, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for watching my channel. Thanks for subscribing to me and for sharing. And remember, share, tell people, and always hit the thumbs up button if you would. I greatly appreciate it. And they're down here. They were rolling around in there. They were taking themselves a dirt bath. But that's funny what they do. All right, guys, y'all have a great day. Take it easy. Thanks again. Bye.